Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a theory on where the new zone could be. It could be all the way up here, and we're going to talk about why. Now, everyone's favorite Day the Miner over here has found some new information. This here is a new zone that was found. This definitely doesn't match anything that we've seen before, at least not that any of us can tell. Now, there's something interesting about this. Can you tell what it is yet? It sure does look an awful lot like that right there, doesn't it? Look at that. Okay, take a look. There you go. They look somewhat similar shaped, wouldn't you say? This could be the main quest line and side quest and a new overworld spot, basically just like another zone, like any of these places you can go to, have some points to farm. And after the storm point, we still have a cliffhanger of a story. Like, it's not completed yet. It could just be that's what's going on. There is a more fun explanation, though. We plan to introduce a new competitive mode and fishing activity. Okay, so we already got the fishing, but we sure didn't get a new competitive mode yet, did we? And they didn't say a new battleground map either. They said competitive mode. And I just happen to know a certain data miner that found something that he thinks is a competitive mode. Do you guys remember this post by the same guy here? What are Cursed Towers about? This is a clan activity, clan PvP. You accumulate gold, you accumulate experience. Towers are expected to generate these profits slowly and are said to be limited once per week. We're also supposed to be getting clan and social features. So I'm wondering, is that what this is? More than likely not. More than likely, this is something that has been referenced that looks like it's going to be called EXILE Island, which is going to be a new zone that continues the storyline. There's also a little bit of extra data to back this up. It looks like there's potentially Hell 9 through 12 coming, which makes sense when you actually think about it. I mean, when we hit Hell 5, we didn't stay there that long before they started announcing and pushing into the game Hell 6, 7, and 8. We're all going to hit Hell 8 soon. They're not just going to let the game just sit there and just quit. Oh, you all hit Hell 8. GG, game's over. They're going to keep pushing out hell difficulties. I mean, I was playing Diablo 3 all night. It's why I look like this and I'm super tired. And I mean, they got like 16 hell difficulties. I'm sure they're going to go and probably match those level of difficulties eventually over the years of the game being out. So we're probably always going to have this ever-moving treadmill of more hell difficulties to go to, which is actually probably good, to be honest. Or else, let's be honest, the game would get boring if we didn't have progression to do. Now, this new competitive mode, I think, is more than likely what everybody is asking for more than anything at the moment. I think with the part that I see the most complaints about, or the most even positivity related to asking, like people who love the game, they're playing the game, they're just like, please give me this, and they're not trying to like complain or burn anything down or whatever. They just want more of it. It's PvP. I also think the people who spend the most money in the game are probably PvPers, and I also believe that PvP is the part of the game that has been neglected the most. There has been significant amount of long-term bugs. I don't think it's particularly balanced. It took forever to fix stuff like the battleground queues, and we still have problems with battleground queues. People can just freely cancel, and you can sit in queues forever. There's problems with the party bugs of not being able to join the parties, and that can be a problem as well. And from what I hear, sometimes in the parties, like your buffs and stuff don't even go into certain people, etc. So there are some bugs, and the invisible people and the invisible laser beams obviously get to me too. So there's some issues with it, and I feel like the people that have supported the game the most are the PvPers, and therefore they deserve an update. What is good is it does look like that's what's going to happen, because there is a competitive mode actually coming to the game. Now, the only other things that they say are actually coming is a new class. I don't know if they're going to release a competitive mode and a new class at the same time. I would expect they're going to split these out. There's only 4 major updates, and we have the Heliquary bosses, we have the new class, we have the fishing activity, which is gone. So we've already done the fishing. So we can, one major is probably in-game social features, clan, and gameplay. So that's probably one, okay? They're probably going to use a new class as an entire major update. At least I would if I was in their position, because that's a pretty big one, right? So let's say that's 2. The main quest lines and stuff is probably 3rd, and the competitive mode is either 4th. I would assume if we're not getting Blood Knight here in this next major update, which would be March, then we're probably either getting the competitive mode or the main zone. And if we're getting the main zone, I think that's what this is, which is aka EXILE Island, which is probably the new zone. This is my shot from, like, I'm not even half court. I'm like in the parking lot taking the shot, trying to speculate literally all of this, okay? But that's my guess, and that's how they're going to break down their 4 major updates if I had to take an absolute crackpot theory at all of 2023 roadmap. I think in rank of what people want the most, I think competitive mode, like more PvP stuff, like fix the imbalance of defense basically has a big advantage, give them new battleground maps, etc. I think that's probably like rank 1, but very close, I think, is a new class, because there's a lot of more casual people that would like to try the new class. I think it would get some returning players back. I think the competitive mode would reward the hardcore players, and probably the people that honestly spent the most money in the game is probably the number 1. And then number 2, the more average user is probably going to be excited by the new class, if I had to guess. And shout out to the largest fisher of the week, 477.10 pounds. Dexus currently has the Immortal Angler title in the Discord. You can join our fishing competition, which we're going to show this once a week. We'll show the largest fish of the week, and it could be you on here. If you want, just join the Discord down below. And a little bit non-Immortal news. I've been playing Diablo 3 a little bit lately, just because I'm not playing it serious. I'm not going to be making a whole bunch of content on it, but I might throw some like Let's Play, purely entertainment value type of content on my Darth microtransaction main channel from back in the day. I will have a pinned comment as well that will have a link to that in case you, for some reason, want to watch some like 20, 30-minute Let's Play type of content for Diablo 3. Playing the Barbarian, and I think I'm like rank 60 on the leaderboard or something. I'm not going to blow any doors off, but we are playing hardcore in the season, though, which is kind of fun this time. So, what do you think? Exile Island? PvP Island? Is this the Cursed Towers? Is this a new clan home? What is this we're looking at? Take your guess in the comments down below. I love you. Have a great day, everybody.